Hello friends! Today we're making gold macarons. These gold macarons are filled with Baileys Ganache, and the shells are painted with gold luster dust. They're absolutely beautiful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week. Place a bowl over a pan with barely simmering water. Add sugar and egg whites to the bowl. Whisk until the sugar has completely melted. You can test by touching the mixture between your fingers, and if you don't feel any sugar granules, you can remove it from the heat. Transfer the syrup to a mixer and begin whipping on low, and then gradually increase the speed to medium and then to medium-high. Whip until the meringue achieves stiff peaks. The peaks should be shooting straight up and not bending down to the side. I'm going to transfer the meringue to this bowl so I can show you the macaronage process a little bit better. Pour sifted powdered sugar and almond flour into the stiff meringue. And I'm also going to add some gold gel food coloring. Begin folding with a spatula. And now we're going to fold until the batter has achieved the perfect consistency. You know it's time to stop folding when the batter is glossy, has a thick and flowing consistency, and it's flowing off the spatula slowly and effortlessly. Now we're going to transfer the batter to a piping bag fitted with a small round tip. Place the piping bag directly 90 degrees over the center of each circle template. Apply gentle pressure and carefully pipe for 3 to 5 seconds, and then quickly pull the bag up and twist slightly. Bang the trays against the counter or against the palm of your hands to release any air bubbles, and also use a toothpick to pop any remaining air bubbles from the surface of the macarons. And I also piped mini shells to make mini gold macarons. After piping the mini gold macarons, also bang the trays against the counter to release any air bubbles, and use a toothpick to pop any air bubbles that might be on the surface of the macarons. Let the tray sit and rest so the macaron shells will dry. It could take 20 to 40 minutes, it depends on how humid the day is and on the consistency of your batter. You know the macarons are ready to be baked when you can touch the surface of a macaron and it doesn't stick to your finger. I baked my macarons at a 325 Fahrenheit oven. The optimal temperature for your oven might be different than mine. After baking for 5 minutes, I rotate the trays so the macarons bake evenly on all sides. Halfway through baking, you can also place a piece of foil on top of the macarons so they don't brown too much. To know when the macarons are done baking, you can try to move a macaron and it shouldn't feel jiggly. If the macaron feels firm, you can remove it from the oven. The large macarons take me about 15 to 20 minutes to bake, while the mini macarons took me about 10 to 12 minutes. Now we're going to paint the shells. Mix some gold luster dust with any alcohol such as vodka or rum, and don't worry about it, the alcohol is going to evaporate, you won't even be able to taste it. And it has to be alcohol because water is going to make the shells soggy or even make them disintegrate. Use the brush to paint the shells and the feet of the macarons. After painting the macarons, let the shells dry for about 30 minutes. Meanwhile, we're going to make the Baileys Ganache. Mix Baileys with heavy cream and heat in the microwave for 15-second intervals until hot. Be careful so it doesn't boil over. Pour the hot heavy cream and Baileys over white chocolate. Then cover with a plate or a towel and let it sit for 2 minutes. Gently whisk the chocolate until completely melted. If the chocolate isn't melting entirely, place it in the microwave for 5 seconds at a time, stirring in between until melted. Do not overheat the chocolate because it's going to separate and curdle. And also do not use white chocolate chips from the store. Those are not real white chocolate and they're not going to work well. What I'm using here is White Callets by Calibol. You need to find a brand of white chocolate that has over 20% of cocoa butter. The store-bought chips have additives and lots of oils, which makes them seize and separate when you try to melt them. Once the white chocolate has melted entirely with the cream, add a little bit of Jameson and stir to combine. This is optional. Then set the chocolate aside at room temperature to cool down. After about an hour or so, the ganache should be good to use. You can place it in a piping bag fitted with a round tip. Pipe the ganache on each bottom shell of the macarons and then top with another shell. Let the macarons mature overnight before serving. To store the macarons, you can keep them in the fridge for up to 7 days or in the freezer for 1 to 2 months. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. For detailed instructions or for the full recipe, you can go to my blog, piesandtacos.com. I'm going to put a link down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!